There are legends from times long past of an age without kings, when the world was united by an alliance between the races of dragon and man. These are the legends of the Order of the Flame, a brotherhood of roaming protectors bound together through holy magic, so that the soul of each man was joined with that of a single dragon. By their strength and wisdom, the world was led, and peace reigned for centuries. But as in all times, there were those whose hearts held only hatred and darkness. In secrecy, they gathered to plot and scheme, and in time, the Dark Union was born. Sworn to overthrow the Order, the Dark Union slowly spread its web throughout the world, working from the shadows to sow dissension and unrest. At last, through bloody decision, control of the Dark Union was seized by the war mage Navros and his ancient dragon Kyros. Together, they betrayed and murdered an assembly of the Order's greatest minds, leading the Dark Union at last into open revolt. The first blow had been struck, and the Dark Wars had begun. Through black sorcery and unholy alliances, the Dark Union had amassed a nightmare army which swarmed forth from the dark places beneath the earth. Magic of unimaginable destruction was unleashed upon the world. Seas boiled away to deserts. Mountains lay shattered. In battle after battle, the Order were driven back, and their great cities ground to dust. No longer content to share the reins of power, Navros betrayed the dragon Kyros. In a perversion of the ancient bonding ritual, he devoured the dragon's soul, melding its body into his own. Now grown monstrous and nearly invincible, Navros prepared to lead his armies against the last remnants of the Order of the Flame. With one desperate hope, the surviving mages of the Order invested their power in a single weapon, the Rune Blade. Surrounded and outnumbered, the Order's only chance lay in this sword, borne by the warrior Heron and the dragon Erok. As the armies clashed, Navros entered a mystic trance, drawing power for one final devastating spell. With the words of destruction on his lips, the betrayer was struck through the heart with a rune blade, and the tremendous forces gathered within him were unleashed upon the field. When at last the smoke cleared, both armies lay decimated. Where Navros had stood, a jagged rip had been torn in the very fabric of space. In the smoldering crater below, Heron lay dead, the rune blade broken in two at his side. On that blackened hill, only the dragon Erok still clung to life. The Order was no more, but the Dark Union's dreams of conquest had been shattered. With the fall of Navros, the Dark Union's hold on its monstrous armies collapsed. Chaos spread across the land. Mankind banded once more into many tribes and kingdoms, and the great achievements of the Order of the Flame were forgotten. The dragons, weary at last of the world of men, withdrew into timeless slumber, never again to return. The age without kings had ended, and of that brief golden era, only the legends remain.
This must be Eroc's lair.
Huh? Who has awakened me?
I did. You may call me Rin.
Inferior upstart? Where did you get that cursed stone?
No need to get your scales in a twist. I'm not your enemy, you know. You see, Adamar sent me. He said something about the Order of the Flame.
The Order? How presumptuous! What makes you think you're worthy? Why have you awakened me?
You see, my brother was captured in a Wartalk raid.
What? You awakened me, Eroc? Bonded Dragon of Heron? Defeater of the Dark Union and saver of all Draken? For that?
Listen here, you wretched reptile. That's the life of my brother you're talking about.
Very well, Rin. I will listen.
Yes, but will you help me, Eroc?
I do not have much choice. You brought my soul crystal. If you choose to bond with me, it will be done.
So what do we have to do to bond?
Say, by fire and by blood I join with thee in the Order of the Flame. Once bound, we are as one. Whatever hurt I suffer, you will share. And if I die, your fate will be worse than death.
By fire and by blood, I join with thee in the Order of the Flame. Let's get going.